and you cannot leave me alone. Your Excellency, the Governor of Kisumu County and the First Lady of Kisumu County, Your Excellency, the other governors that are here, if I try to go in any order of protocol, I will get lost. So let me say or use something that we have manufactured in Nigeria. We say, all protocol observed. I come up here to express appreciation and thanks. First, to the governor of Kisumu County for making this FESTAC to take place here and for contributing to what I call, and I think you can call it, a renaissance, a rebirth of FESTAC. But for me, I have a little bit of emotion because, as you heard, we had FESTAC, the first one in Senegal, in 1966. And for 11 years, there was no other one. Nigeria accepted to stage one in 1975. And we were preparing for it. Then there was a change of government. And some people said we should cancel it. And I said, we will not cancel it. We will host it. And we hosted it. And we brought black people from all over the world. Papua New Guinea, Australia, American natives. They all converged in Nigeria. And we had a very, very successful FESTAC, 77. Since then, it seemed maybe because we left it entirely in the hands of governments, we don't seem to be going anywhere. And at this juncture, I will want to commend and thank Yinka for your effort, for your tenacity, and for making FESTAC to come alive again in my own lifetime. And one of your friends that you call up said to us, and rightly, that Africa has no reason to be poor. That we are poor is not an act of God. That we are poor, or if you like, potentially poor, because we are not potentially without resources. That we are at this moment poor is because of poor mentality, if I may put it that way. And we have to wake up our ideas. What don't we have? When you go back into history, energy that others needed to make them wealthy, that energy was taken for 4 centuries through slave trade and slavery. We were carted away to the so-called New World, using the energy of our forefathers to make others rich and to impoverish us. And that hasn't stopped. Slave trade and slavery gave birth to colonialism. Again, resources and energy of Africa being shipped out to make others rich, while we remain poor. And it hasn't stopped. We wake up and they say something structural adjustment. That was the idea of the World Bank. And then I said, what are we adjusting? We have no structure. And you say structural adjustment. You are deceiving us. You are cutting away our resources and continue to make us poor. And I was saying, for those of you who do not know, I was put in jail because in 1994, is it that I came here? 1995. I came for Jaramogi. I think it's the final first anniversary of the burial of a man I revered very much, and the opening of the Mausoleum. And I was invited by this young man. And I came. And I went back to Nigeria. And I got back to Nigeria and I was arrested. I was given 2 charges. One was that I have come to Kenya to collude with the opposition to bring the government of Kenya down. And second, that I was planning coup in Nigeria itself. So I was sentenced to 30 years imprisonment. And thanks to a friend like Prime Minister Raila, who contributed to my going to prison. When I came out of prison, another thing that I found was something they call globalization. After I stayed in prison for 3.5 years almost. And I said, what is this globalization? And then I studied it. It means open your door, open your house, let me take whatever I can take out of your house, and then I close my door and my house to you. That's globalization. And that was sold to us. And again, we lap it up. When are we going to stop accepting these received ideas that will not work for us? We have to. And the old African adage says, if you want to go far, you work together. If you want to go fast, you walk alone. In our case, we want to go fast and go far. So how do we do it? We have to work alone and together, so that we do not work in silos. If we work in silos, we will be destroyed piecemeal. We have to work together. And I saw what you could get when we hosted FESTAC 77 in 1977. People from Papua New Guinea came to give us their problem. Those in Australia came to give us their problem. The black people who are oppressed, who are marginalized, who are exploited, and all of us, of course, who are being exploited, came together. And that has not stopped. And I believe that it will not stop until we get our acts together. And the renaissance of FESTAC is part of the way of getting our act together. Unless the AU, as our continental organization, does what it should do and make Africa continental free trade agreement a great success, we are not going to get there. AU itself needs reform. How can you have a continental organization that has program, and after it has made program, is waiting for European Union to bring money out? Not too long ago, I was appointed, and I think I'm still AU high-level representative in the Horn of Africa. I am still.